Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to manifest everything with ease while others struggle their entire lives and barely move an inch? Why is it that two people can start at the same point, same background, same resources, same ambition, yet one of them breaks through and the other stays stuck? It's not luck, it's not timing, it's not chance, it's readiness. The universe does not give you what you want, it gives you what you're ready for. Let that sink in, because right there is the key to your entire life. You might want more money, you might want a thriving business, a loving relationship, a powerful body, a meaningful life. But if you're not prepared internally to receive it, mentally, emotionally, energetically, the universe won't hand it over. Not because it's cruel, but because it's precise. It's not denying you, it's protecting you. Because if you receive something you're not aligned with, it will destroy you. Or worse, you'll sabotage it and never understand why it slipped through your fingers. Let me tell you something powerful. Readiness isn't about your bank account. It's not about how many books you've read. It's not about how many followers you've got on social media. Readiness is a state of being. It's how you think. It's how you feel. It's how you carry yourself. It's your expectations, your self-image, your dominant vibration. The universe is a mirror. It doesn't hear what you say, it reflects what you are. If you carry doubt, you'll see more reasons to doubt. If you carry fear, you'll attract more situations to fear. But if you carry confidence, belief, certainty, if you walk like it's already done, the universe will rush to meet you where you stand. So you have to ask yourself, am I truly ready for the life I'm asking for? Am I aligned with the version of me who already has? Here's the truth. Most people are stuck in a state of wanting. They say they want more money, more love, more freedom. But what they're really doing is reinforcing the fact that they don't have it. Wanting is a lack-based vibration. It screams to the universe, I don't have this yet. I'm separate from it. I'm not enough. And guess what? The universe agrees, because the universe isn't giving you what you're begging for, it's reflecting back who you are being. So how do you shift? How do you move from the energy of I want to I? You embody the outcome before it arrives. You feel the joy now, you live in gratitude now. You think, speak, walk, and breathe like the version of you that already has it. That's the secret. That's the code. Because energy doesn't lie. You can fake a smile, you can fake a post on social media, but you can't fake your frequency, and the universe responds to vibration, not words. So ask yourself, how does the version of me who's already wealthy feel in the morning? How do they handle challenges? How do they talk to people? How do they walk into a room? How do they spend their time? Start showing up as that, even if it feels unfamiliar, even if nobody gets it, even if your current reality doesn't reflect it yet. You don't wait for your environment and it change to start believing. You start believing, and then your environment changes. This is why so many people fail. They try to hustle, grind, do more, but their internal state is screaming lack, fear, desperation. That energy blocks everything. It pushes the very thing they desire even further away. But the moment you lock into the feeling of certainty, the moment you start thinking and acting from the result, not the need, everything begins to align. You stop chasing and you start attracting. Because if the answer is no, don't get discouraged. Get dedicated. This is your call to action. This is your sign. The moment you decide to become ready, the universe starts rearranging everything for you. Not when you're perfect, not when you have it all figured out, but the moment you say, I'm done playing small. I'm ready to rise. That's when the shift begins. That's when the doors appear. That's when the people show up. That's when life begins to move. You don't need to force the outcome. You need to force the alignment. Because when you become a match for what you want, the universe has no choice but to deliver. If your life is a reflection of your inner world, and it is, then the most important question you can ask is this: what's the vibration I live in most of the time? Because it's not what you do once in a while, it's what you be consistently that shapes your reality. You could meditate one morning and feel aligned, but if the rest of the day you're stressed, negative, reactive, that is your true signal. That is your dominant vibration. And that's what the universe responds to. So how do you master your vibration? How do you maintain a high frequency regardless of what's happening outside? You build rituals, you build standards. You take full responsibility for how you feel. You stop letting external circumstances dictate your internal state. You flip it. You decide how you want to feel. You wake up and consciously choose your vibration before the world gets a chance to choose it for you. You start your day with gratitude, with vision, with power, You speak your affirmations out loud. You visualize your goals already complete. Feel it in your bones, even if nothing has changed yet. Because that's how you program your subconscious. That's how you anchor a new identity. And when the old thoughts creep in, because they will, you don't feed them. You observe them. You neutralize them. You say, that's not me anymore. That's the old script. That's not who I'm becoming. And the more you do this, the easier it gets. Momentum kicks in, your dominant frequency begins to rise. And when that happens, the people around you will notice. The way they respond to you will change. The energy you attract will shift, because your frequency is no longer random. It's intentional. And that's the key. That's the foundation. Your results will never exceed your self-image. Read that again. You can't outperform your own identity. You can grind. You can hustle. You can force success. But if deep down you still see yourself as unworthy, as small, as not enough, you will eventually sabotage everything you've built. Every single time. Why? Because your subconscious mind always brings you back to the person you believe you are. So if you want lasting change, if you want real breakthroughs, you don't just change your habits, you change your identity. This isn't about pretending. This is about becoming. You have to start thinking like the person you want to be, speaking like them, dressing like them, walking like them, making decisions like them, even when no one's watching, especially when no one's watching, because repetition creates belief, and belief creates identity. Every time you override an old pattern, you're proving to your subconscious that you're no longer that version of you. And eventually, your mind catches up. It starts saying, this is who we are now. And once your mind accepts a new identity, the universe does too. This is why affirmations aren't just feel-good phrases. They're instructions to your subconscious. When you say, I am wealthy, I am powerful, I am ready, you're not just talking to yourself, you're programming your reality. But here's the catch. You must say it with emotion, with conviction, with belief, because empty words don't move energy, but certainty that shakes the ground you walk on. So ask yourself right now, who do I believe I am? Be honest, because that belief is the thermostat setting for your entire life. You can't control the economy. You can't control other people. You can't control the timing of every opportunity, but you can control the world within you. And when you master your inner world, your outer world has no choice but to follow. Most people have it backwards. They think when things get better, I'll feel better. But the truth is, when you feel better, things get better. The shift starts within. That's why your inner conversation is everything. What are you saying to yourself when no one's listening? What are the silent beliefs running in the background of your mind? I'm not ready yet. It's too late for me. I don't know if I can do. These thoughts aren't harmless. They are programming your results. If your mind is your command center, then every thought is an instruction. So if you want to change your life, you've got to change what you're telling yourself on repeat. And here's the key. You don't wait for evidence before you upgrade your belief. You upgrade your belief, and then the evidence shows up. That's the code to the whole game. Speak life over your goals. Speak belief into your mornings. Speak power into your setback. When your mind becomes your ally, your life becomes unstoppable. Once you shift internally, your external environment must follow, or it will start to feel misaligned. And here's what most people don't understand. You cannot rise into a new reality while staying surrounded by the old one. Your space, your habits, your relationships, your daily routine. Everything around you is either reinforcing your evolution or resisting it. If you're serious about becoming the next version of yourself, then you have to ask, does my environment reflect the life I say I want? Look around you. What's in your room? What's on your calendar? Who's in your circle? Does it energize you, or does it keep you anchored to the person you used to be? Because when you upgrade your surroundings, you upgrade your signal. And when your signal changes, the universe responds. Sometimes the shift is subtle. You start spending more time alone. You stop entertaining certain conversations. You crave peace over noise, growth over gossip, purpose over distraction. And sometimes the shift is radical. You walk away from entire chapters of your life with nothing but your vision and your conviction. And that's okay, because you're not losing, you're aligning. Don't be afraid to outgrow what once fit. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Don't delay your next level just because your current circle can't see it yet. The truth is, not everyone is meant to come with you. And the higher you rise, the more selective you must become with your time, energy, and attention. Protect your peace. Elevate your space. Surround yourself with reminders of who you're becoming, because the universe doesn't just respond to your thoughts, it responds to your standards. And the moment you raise those standards, everything begins to shift. You know what you need to do? You've read the books, you've listened to the podcasts, you've watched the videos, you've got the knowledge. But here's the problem. Knowing is not enough. Knowing won't change your life, only being will. There's a gap between understanding and embodiment. And that gap, that's where most people get stuck. They say all the right things, I believe in abundance, I trust the process, I know the universe has my back, but their actions, their habits, their energy, it says something completely different. You don't get what you know, you get what you live. So the work now is integration. Taking what you know and becoming it, embodying it, making it who you are on a cellular level. Because when the storm hits, and it will, it's not your knowledge that will carry you through, it's your embodiment. You've got to build this so deep into your being that even when things aren't working, even when the evidence isn't there, you still choose belief. You still choose vision. You still choose alignment. That's power. That's readiness. That's when the universe says, now you're serious. So stop just consuming information. Start living transformation. Don't just talk about faith, walk in faith. Don't just affirm abundance, act like it's already yours. Don't just visualize success, prepare your life to receive it. Because the universe isn't responding to what you say you want. It's responding to who you are. Every breakthrough begins with a decision, not a wish, not a hope, a decision. One moment of clarity where you draw a line in the sand and say, that's it, I'm done playing small. I'm ready to step into who I really am. You see, most people are not suffering from a lack of potential. They're suffering from indecision. They dip their toe, they wait for the right time. They keep one foot in the old life and one foot in the new. And that's why nothing moves. Because the universe doesn't respond to maybe. It responds to certain. So if you want to change your life, you must decide with every fiber of your being that you're no longer available for anything less than your vision. When you decide, you cut off every other possibility. That's what the word decision means, to cut off. You close the door to doubt. You lock the gate to fear. You commit, and once you do, everything begins to organize around that choice. People show up, opportunities appear, synchronicities align. Not because you're lucky, but because you're clear. Clarity is magnetic, commitment is powerful, decision is the beginning of momentum. So if you're serious about becoming the version of you who already has it all, decide now. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't analyze every angle. Decide and let the universe catch up to your conviction. If you want to experience a new reality, you must raise your minimums. Not your goals, your minimums. What you allow, what you tolerate, what you accept without question. Your life right now is a direct reflection of what you've been settling for. And that stops here. Start by asking, what have I been putting up with that no longer aligns with who I'm becoming? Is it inconsistent habits? Is it people who drain your energy? Is it a job that suffocates your spirit? Is it excuses dressed up as logic? Because here's the truth, your standards set the limits of your life. You can say you want more, but if your minimums don't rise to meet your desires, you'll always snap back to what's comfortable. What's familiar, what's good enough. But good enough is the enemy of greatness. So raise your baseline. Elevate what's acceptable. Decide that anything less than your vision is a no. No more half effort. No more playing small. No more waiting for permission. You don't rise to the level of your dreams. You rise to the level of your standard. And when your minimums match your destiny, the universe responds immediately. It has to. Because it always mirrors who you are, not who you say you want to be. There's a space between the decision and the manifestation. And that space, that's where most people give up. They plant the seed, and when it doesn't sprout overnight, They start digging it up. They question it, they doubt it, they talk themselves out of it, but you have to understand, delay is not denial. The universe is not ignoring you. It's preparing you, it's making space, it's aligning the right circumstances, the right people, the right timing. The question is, can you hold the vision long enough to see it come to life? Because this is where your faith is tested. This is where your energy gets refined. This is where the universe watches to see, are you still aligned when the result isn't instant? Anyone can feel empowered when everything is working. But true power, it's how you show up when nothing is moving yet. You must become unshakable, rooted, certain. You must trust that what you've asked for is already yours, and that the delay is part of the design. Every second you hold the frequency, you get closer. Every day you wake up and act like it's done, you pull it in. Every time you ignore the doubts and move in faith, you collapse the timeline. So stop treating waiting as punishment. Treat it as preparation, because the longer you hold the vision without needing proof, the faster the universe delivers. You won't always understand the timing. You won't always understand the delays. You won't always understand why things fall apart right before they come together. But that's when trust becomes your greatest tool. The truth is, your logical mind is limited. It can't see all the moving parts. It doesn't know who's being moved, what's being aligned, or how the universe is orchestrating your breakthrough behind the scene. And if you try to control every piece, you block the flow. There's a power in surrender, not giving up, but giving over, handing your desire to the universe with full faith and saying, I trust you, I'm ready, guide me. You show up, you take action, you keep your vibration high, but you release the need to know how or when. You let go of the obsession with the outcome, because when you trust deeply, miracles move quickly, and even when the evidence isn't there yet, you keep showing up like it is. That's how you bend reality. That's how you open portals. That's how you collapse time. You don't wait for proof. You become the proof. Patience is not weakness. Patience is not passivity. Patience is power, because when you're truly aligned, when you're truly certain, you don't chase. You allow. You don't need to rush what's already yours. You don't panic in the silence. You don't unravel in the waiting. You stand firm. You stay steady. You know it's coming, not someday, but in perfect time. This is where most people get it wrong. They confuse action with anxiety. They think urgency equals momentum. But when your energy is frantic, when your spirit is anxious, you're out of alignment. You attract based on your emotional state. And if you're vibrating with desperation, the universe mirrors back more reasons to be desperate. But when you breathe, when you trust, when you say it's already done, I'm just preparing to receive it, you shift the entire timeline. Your patience becomes a magnet. Your peace becomes your proof. Because when you can hold the vision without needing to force it, that's when the universe delivers faster than you ever imagined. This is it. This is the final step. The most powerful shift you can make. You've reprogrammed your thoughts. You've rewired your identity. You've raised your vibration. You've set new standards. You've decided. You've trusted. You've embodied. Now there's only one thing left to do. Live as if it's already done. This is the point where transformation becomes permanent. This is the moment you collapse time. This is the space where miracles manifest at quantum speed, because you're no longer hoping, waiting, doubting, you're simply being. And being is the highest frequency you can operate on. When you live as if it's already yours, when your mind, your heart, your energy, and your actions are all in harmony, you become magnetic to everything you once chased. You don't have to fake it till you make it. That's outdated. You embody it until it becomes undeniable. You don't say, I hope I become successful. You say, I am successful. Now I'm just watching it unfold in the physical. You don't say, I want to be abundant. You say, I am abundance. And money flows to me as a natural extension of who I am. You don't say, one day I'll be confident. You say, I am confidence. And I carry it into every room, every moment, every decision. This is what it means to walk in your future reality before it arrives. This is what it means to claim it so boldly that the universe has no choice but to mirror it back. And here's the beautiful part. The more you do this, the less effort it takes. Because you stop acting from the energy of proving and start acting from the energy of knowing that it's already done. Knowing that it's already yours. knowing that everything you've ever wanted is on its way or already here. That's not delusion, that's creation. The most powerful people on the planet didn't get there by accident. They decided who they were going to be long before anyone else believed it. They spoke it, lived it, breathed it, until it was reality. Now it's your turn. This final step is not about doing more, it's about becoming more. More aligned, more certain, more consistent, more congruent. Because when every part of you, your thoughts, your emotions, your words, your habits, your environment all say the same thing, there is no resistance left in your field. And when there's no resistance, there's no delay. So how do you live as if every single day you wake up with gratitude, not anxiety? You move with purpose, not panic. You make decisions based on where you're going, not where you've been. You invest time, energy, money, and attention as the future version of you because that's who you are now. You stop needing constant proof because your belief becomes the proof. You smile when nothing has arrived yet because you know it's already done energetically. You take bold action, not because you're desperate, but because you're in alignment. You serve, you create, you build. You elevate others, not because you need validation, but because it's your nature now. That's the power of living as if. But let's take this even deeper. Living as if doesn't mean pretending. It means anchoring. It means locking in the version of you who already has the thing and making every choice from that frequency. You stop asking, what if it doesn't work? And start declaring, it's working even if I can't see it yet. You stop playing small to avoid discomfort and start stepping into the unknown, because that's where the next level lives. You stop second-guessing every move and start trusting your intuition, your inner GPS, your divine alignment. You stop outsourcing your power to gurus, systems, and strategy, and start realizing that you are the strategy, you are the solution, you are the source, everything you've been searching for. The confidence, the clarity, the momentum, the results, it all lives within your decision to live as if it's already here. No more trying to prove, no more waiting for signs, no more shrinking to fit old stories. This is the version of you that lives, breathes, and walks in conviction. This is the version that creates effortless, the version that doesn't question whether or not it's coming, because it's already arrived in the quantum field. All that's left is for the physical to catch up, and it always does. So from this moment forward, speak as if, move as if, act as if, think as if, love as if, lead as if, create as if. Because the universe is only waiting on one thing, you. Not a more perfect version of you, not a more experienced version, not a more ready version, just the one who decides to show up fully. Because once you do that, once you start living like the person who already has everything they desire, the universe stops testing you and starts rewarding you. So what are you waiting for? You are ready, you are aligned, you are enough, you are powerful beyond measure.